Good morning, everybody. I just thought I'd come on here and introduce my new channel. It's called Mel's Messy Mind, and that's because some of the things I come up with uh, really catch people off guard, and some of the things I've done or heard about or just plain wonder. Um, and I've got a range of topics. It doesn't always have to be the same thing. It might be about like today's topic, hot dogs, tomorrow or next week, whenever I can get the next video out. It may be about cars or just anything. So, with that in mind, I thought I'd come to you and tell you about my opinion of hot dogs today as an introductory to this channel. And my curiosity as to why they're called hot dogs. And I know a lot of people wonder about that name, hot dogs. Why do they name it after an animal? Well, this isn't about that. This is about why are they called hot dogs when a lot of people eat them cold? Why aren't they called cold dogs? They're only hot if you heat them up. I don't know. I eat them cold out of the package. I don't know that everybody heats them up or even after they've been cooked, which again, if they're cooked, then they'd be hot dogs till they cooled off. Then once they cooled off, they'd be cold dogs again. And so where did they come up with the name hot dogs? Were they spicy when they were first created? When the first person that decided to cram all these meats together in a grinder and shove them in a tube? Did they have some spice to them? Were they actually some kind of sausage that was spicy, or did they just figure this paste in a tube would be something tasty hot? I like it. So whoever come up with the idea did a good job as far as that's concerned. But I don't always cook them. Quite often, I eat them cold, and once they're cooked, then again, I eat them cold instead of heating them up. I don't know how many people out there do the same thing. I'm sure there's quite a few. And what do we gain by calling hot dogs? Well, we can gain cheap meat to kind of help the budget for a little bit. But what if they called them cold dogs? Would that price go up? Hmm, that's a tough question. So if we had cold dogs and the price went up, what would they do with the hot dogs? Would they leave the price the same, or would they scoot it up just a little bit, um, or maybe even above the price of the cold dogs if they gave the cold dogs uh, a little bit of a bump from what the original hot dogs cost? The price could go crazy if they had cold dogs and hot dogs, and man, I don't know. I guess people would have to really ponder, would they want cold dogs if they were just going to eat them cold out of the package, and hot dogs if they were going to heat them up so they'd be hot when they ate them? I I don't know. There's a lot of places this could go. Could get messy quick. Um, if they had hot dogs and cold dogs, how would we know if we took them out of the package and put them in a Ziploc to keep them nice and fresh in the refrigerator? How would we know which ones were the hot dogs and which ones were the cold dogs? We'd probably have to write that on the package, because if we didn't mark the packages, we'd get them mixed up and we wouldn't know which ones to heat up and which ones to leave cold. And we might be eating cold hot dogs hot and hot cold dogs cold. We we might not fare too well if we did that. I can see this being all tangled up. And what if somebody come up with a package that said hot dogs and cold dogs all in one? Oh my. I could see the price really scooting up there then because they'd have two different kinds of hot dogs in one. Uh, Things are crazy when you come to marketing, and the marketing industry is just huge. And I could see them playing on this in several different ways to take a meat that you just kind of enjoy at a pickup, a picnic, or a meat that you're just trying to get by, maybe slice up and put in some macaroni and cheese after it's fried, or if it's something your kids enjoy. I could see this whole thing spiraling out of control so quick. And oh my, what do we do? I'm thinking maybe if it's his money making scheme to do that as possible, maybe I should find out what's in hot dogs and I could got me one of those old time meat grinders, but that's because I'm old, see my gray hair. Yeah, maybe I should grind up my own hot dogs and package them hot dogs and cold dogs all in one. Slap a price sticker on them that is through the roof and see if my bank account grows quickly. But then again, that's a lot of work, and I don't think my old hands could take running that cranker on the meat grinder for very long. You know, uh, and it's one of the smaller old meat grinders, so it would take me a long time. By the time I made one package, I'd probably eat it myself and feel like I made myself a fortunate costing meal. If I did that, though, I might confuse myself and not know which ones I made that were hot dogs and which ones were cool dogs. So I don't necessarily think would be a good idea. Uh, Tell me what you think in the comments. You know, are hot dogs really hot dogs? Are hot dogs cold dogs? They just put hot dogs on it because it sounds catchy. Do you eat your hot dogs cold or your cold dogs hot? Or, you know, what would you do if they start splitting the package and raising the price? You know, labeling them different. Because man, I sure don't know what I'd do. I'd be confused at the grocery store. Which ones do I want this time? Am I going to heat them up? Am I going to eat them cold? Why don't they have a package of half of them are hot and half of them are cold dogs? That way I have my pick. And I don't have to buy two packages. I can see this, like I said, I can see this going all kinds of crazy if somebody gets hold of this idea. And I guess it's a good thing I really don't eat hot dogs so much anymore. I'm on a weight loss regimen, and one of the things I've recently done is buy turkey hot dogs, and I don't. I think they're just called turkey dogs, so maybe I can have them either way if I want them either way, and then I won't get so confused because it doesn't tell me whether to cook them or not. Uh, I don't know. I'm hoping the turkey dogs are good. I haven't tried them yet, but we'll see how they go when I open the package, and I'll have to be sure to scour the package and see if it says anywhere on there hot turkey dogs. Um, and if not, that may give me an idea. I might put out some hot dogs that are hot and cold hot dogs in one package, and at the same time put out some turkey dogs that say hot turkey dogs or turkey hot dogs or something, and really come into some money. What do y'all think? And does that sound like something that would sell, or is it just something that's just too confusing? we'll have to think about it for a little bit and see what I come up with. And you never know, this subject may be brought up again in the future, and this may be the last time I talk about it. It may be a year and a half down the road, and ooh, we find out if that idea really did any good, and if we got two different types of hot dogs out there, hot dogs and cold dogs, and how the price fared on them. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like and a share and hit that subscribe button. It's a new channel, so I can use all the help I can get. Y'all have a great day. Bye.